In the statements of many previous speakers, the idea that our shared planet is experiencing irreversible changes was mentioned right in front of our eyes. There is a new world order being born. Our future is being shaped by a struggle between the global majority in favor of a fairer distribution of global benefits and civilized diversity, and between the few who wield neocolonial methods of subjugation in order to maintain their domination, which is slipping through their hands. The collective West has a calling card, and it has long been to reject the principle of equality and their total inability to reach agreement. Being used to looking down at the rest of the world, Americans and Europeans make all sorts of promises, and they take on commitments inter alia, written ones and legally binding ones, and then they just don't fulfill them. As President Putin pointed out, the West is one that is truly an empire of lies. Russia, like many countries, knows about this firsthand. Perhaps for the first time since 1945, when the UN was established, there is now a chance for genuine democratization of global affairs. This inspires optimism for all those who believe in the rule of law internationally and who want to see the revival of the UN as a central coordinating body for global politics. A body where decisions are made about how to reach decisions together, having a fair balance of interests. For Russia, it is clear that there's no other option. However, the US and its subordinate Western collective are continuing to fuel conflicts which artificially divide humanity into hostile blocs and hamper the achievement of overall aims. They're doing everything they can to prevent the formation of a genuine multipolar, fair world order. They are trying to force the world to play according to their own self-centered rules. I would like to urge Western politicians and diplomats once again to carefully reread the UN Charter. The cornerstone of the world order, established at the end of the Second World War, is the democratic principle of the sovereign equality of states, large and small, irrespective of their form of government, of their domestic, political and socio-economic structures. However, the West still believes that it is superior to everybody else. We're concerned by Washington and its Asian allies whipping up hysteria on the Korean Peninsula, where the strategic capabilities of the US are building up. The Russia-Chinese initiative to deem humanitarian and political challenges as a priority have been rejected. There's been a tragic development of the situation in Sudan. It's nothing other than the impact of the failed Western experiment to export its liberal and democratic dogma to the country. We support the constructive initiatives to speed up regulation or rather settlement of the domestic Sudanese conflict by providing assistance to have direct dialogue between the warring parties. When we see the nervous relation of the West to recent events in Africa, in particular Niger and Gabon, one cannot fail to recall how Washington and Brussels responded to the bloody coup in Ukraine in February in 2014. A day after agreement was reached on settling, under EU guarantees, the issues, but unfortunately the opposition just trampled on this. The US and its allies supported the coup, hailing it as a demonstration of democracy.